Hi, it's Imogen Lamport from Inside Out Style, coming to answer your colour and style questions. How do I create a perfect capsule wardrobe where everything goes together for all changing seasons and no thought about exactly what to wear every day? I mean, wouldn't that be perfect? It would be so easy. So the first thing is it has to depend on where you live to start to go, well, you can't have one capsule that's going to work for 4 different seasons. It's just not going to work because in 4 different seasons, we may have different weather. But this is, again, where having a colour swatch really makes a huge difference, because when all your clothes, the colours of your clothes work together, as you change season, even as you are moving from spring to summer to autumn to winter, you can, you'll have some clothes that will overlap through different seasons, or at least a couple of different seasons. So therefore, that that the colours all work together. You haven't got completely different coloured clothes for different seasons. The colours relate to each other. That is the first thing. Another thing to think about when you want to create a capsule wardrobe is that, and I really go, colour is the easiest way to start doing this. Pick, some neutrals that really work for you. And I always recommend the really simple way to pick your best neutrals to build a capsule and to build your wardrobe around is go for something that is similar and related to your hair colour, and then go for something that is similar and related to your eye colour. And that is where you will get the easiest that is your building blocks. Then start adding in colors that work with that. And of course, when you've got your color swatch, it's really easy to find those pieces rather than if you haven't. So do think about, what your base colors are, and then start building from there. So you may want to have, in your winter, you might have a slightly darker version of those colours. I might have a slightly darker grey, but I still have a lot of mid-greys in winter. It's a very easy colour to wear in winter. I have a few navies. I tend not to wear the really dark navies much anymore because they're a bit too dark for me. But I've got the blue eyes, so that gives me, blues and denims. And like today, I've got a light denim on. It's a great kind of neutral. So thinking about, so it's like I base my wardrobe around kind of my blues and my greys, and then everything else works with those colours. Everything else works colours, and the colours that I choose, because I am using the palette of colours that work for me, that the colours then work really easily. So I can go, I can wear this top, with my blue jeans, and I can also then put it with something that's teal. I can put it with, something else. It really makes mixing and matching easily. So that is the first place to start when building a capsule. The other thing to think about when you're building a capsule is, what's your personality style? So a capsule needs to be often pieces that are a little bit more basic, that aren't too hero in themselves, particularly kind of under layers. So if you want something that works across multiple seasons, think about looking for pieces that you can easily put a jacket over the top of. So as much as this is a lovely top, it's got an asymmetrical sleeve. It's not really made to have sleeves or to put a jacket over. It really is something I can only wear when it's warm enough that I don't need to put a jacket on. So do look for things that they don't have funny sleeves so that you can't put jackets on, that are going to work, for different seasons under different layers. So it gives you that option. So that is something to think about too, is does this work only alone, or will it play well with other pieces if I want to lay it for a different season? So that is another thing to consider. And then I'll often have your outer layers as your hero pieces. So have some, jacketings that are heroes, have some, something there that is your hero, because they are the last thing you put on. But in summer, you want to have some interesting detail in some tops that also can make them a little bit of a hero. So you don't need lots of other things as well, but they still need to fit into your style and your wardrobe. And this is where accessories come in, that you can have, I know for my winter wardrobe, because I get cold really easily and I have to layer up and often wear 4 and 5 layers. My tops and things that I'm wearing are fairly plain. They may come in different colours, but they are kind of fine, merino knits that all layer over top of each other very easily, so that I can add those layers in without providing too much bulk, and that they work easily together. So I've got similar necklines. I'm looking for things like, the same sort of scooped neckline in them all, so that when I'm layering them over the top of each other, I haven't got, a V-neck and then a scoop neck and a cow neck or something. They all need to have more similar sorts of necklines if you want to do that sort of layering. And of course, we want to think about the bottoms match the tops, and you know, the bottoms match all the outer layers as well when we're building a capsule. So look, there's a lot to think about. I do have lots of guides on the blog on how to build. I've got the ultimate guide to building capsule wardrobes, which you can download for free. If you head over to the blog, just look in the free downloads area, you'll find it really easily. I've got heaps of, you know, building capsule things if that is something for you. And the thing is to remember is capsules are not for everybody. And it's really important to remember that. Some of us need a broader range of clothes. We get bored if we're just wearing the same sorts of things all the time. Other people, it's really freeing. So knowing, do you get bored with your clothes? Like if you go away traveling and you're wearing the same things over and over and over again, do you get home and think, I don't want to see those clothes again for forever? Or did that not bother you? Because that could be a good indication about whether or not a true capsule is really worthwhile for you. And of course, then there is the size of that capsule as well. That, you know, that a very small capsule is going to get worn out much more quickly than having something that is, you know, a much larger wardrobe or a larger kind of capsule where, you know, you have more options so you don't get bored so easily. So those are things to think about too when you are thinking about capsule wardrobes. But I really find that a color palette is the key. And understanding your personality, but a color palette is really the key to building a wardrobe where things work together. So even if it's not a small capsule, it's really easy to start creating different outfits from what you have.